Barack Obama leads a crowd of politicians and civil rights leaders in a ceremonial walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Alabama, made famous on America's Bloody Sunday. 50 years ago, Martin Luther King led a similar march across the bridge in the height of the civil rights movement. It was one of three aiming to reach Montgomery in Alabama to demand an end to discrimination against black voters and all such victims of segregation, but instead was met with violent resistance, including police beatings.
In one afternoon, 50 years ago, so much of our turbulent history, the stain of slavery and anguish of civil war, the yoke of segregation and tyranny of Jim Crow, the death of 4 little girls in Birmingham, and the dream of a Baptist preacher, all that history met on this bridge. Their faith was questioned, their lives were threatened, their patriotism challenged. And yet, what could be more American than what happened in this place?
A veteran of that protest, US Representative John Lewis, also took part in the anniversary march. On that day in 1965, he was severely beaten by police and suffered a skull fracture.
We were beaten, tear gassed. Some of us was left bloody right here on this bridge. 17 of us were hospitalized that day. But we never became bitter or hostile. We kept believing that the truth we stood for would have the final say.
Scenes of troopers beating marchers on the bridge shocked the nation and moved leaders in Washington, who at the time were focused on the Vietnam War and other issues, to pass the Voting Rights Act 5 months later.